Okay, so you've got an agreement that's passed over to you, and it's for film distribution or film sales. Congratulations, you actually, that's an accomplishment that you have that, right? So I have dealt with all different types of distribution contracts. I own a sales and distribution company, and so I know these agreements that are passed around, and these are the three things that I'll tell you to watch out for. The first is some long-term, 20 years. I've even seen perpetuity contracts, literally perpetuity contracts, meaning they own your film forever until, I guess, that company goes out of business. But sometimes they can even have a survivable clause that if they change the business, they still own the movie. But even still, the bulk of a movie's revenue is going to happen in the first 5 years. That's going to be around the time. So 5 to 7 years, 7 years being the cutoff, I would say, is the longest time that you should do that agreement for. 10, okay, look, I wouldn't say die on that hill of, it's 10 versus 7, I'm out of here. No, but the key is you want to avoid the 20-year agreements, 25-year agreements. Even the 15, I would say, be careful of, because then your film is really old. If they don't do the good job, you can get it back and say after 5 years and try to get a different life for that film and get some more action on the movie. Okay, the second mistake that I see a lot of times are high expenses. Years ago, there would be an expense item that was still overpriced at that point, but there were certain marketable elements that they would do and put a lot into the advertising, and I mean print advertising at markets and stuff like that to sell it. But it was not uncommon to see $100,000, $150,000, $200,000 charged to the film once you signed. You don't have to pay that, but what I'm saying is that was a hole that was created immediately. Still to this day, I see $50,000 all the time, $75,000. The first question you should ask that sales agent or distributor is, what is this? What are you spending this money on? Even if it's $25,000, what are you spending this money on? If there's a flat fee, and that's what my company does, we do a flat fee, it should be low. It should be $5,000, $7,500 at the max, or underneath that. Because in that sense, that's going to cover all the hard drive shipping and the uploading and the labor and stuff like that, the trailer creation, the poster creation, it's all going to be compacted into there, and it doesn't have to be itemized and things like that. So that's not that bad. But what I'll say is, once you see that 25 or up, you really need to say, I need every single thing broken down, because it's much easier for that company to just say, oh yeah, we do $25,000, that's expenses on every movie. Why? Why is that? It's not like a hospital where they could just make up numbers, which hospitals do. They just go, open heart surgery is $300,000. They don't break down how much the doctor's costing, how much the nurse is costing. They don't break down any of that stuff. But in the film business, I think it's your right to ask what the breakdown is. The third and final thing is the percentage. Okay, what are the splits? What are they getting? What are you getting? Now, I'll say the common standard is 25 to the sales agent distributor, 75% to the filmmaker. That's the standard, okay? If you can get lower than that, great. It must be a great movie or a big movie. But once you start going higher than that, that's when it could be, well, then why, right? I've seen 50-50 splits, and the question is, what are they doing? You made the movie. You put all that time. You were basically handing them something. They don't really have a risk. I can see maybe a higher split if they gave you an MG, which is an advance on the movie. Like they wrote you a check. So now they have skin in the game. But if they're not putting any skin in the game, I really don't see how it should be higher than 25, maybe 30% that they're taking. Because they're leveraging all their relationships and they're putting it out there and they're going to be doing a lot of work, right? But they didn't make the movie. They didn't put all that money into the movie, and they don't have the risk. So watch out for those 50-50 splits, or royalty deals where you get 10% or something ridiculous. You should have the lion's share of the split of the movie. Hey everybody, quick pitch on the Movie Producer Mastermind at Filmmaking Stuff HQ. If you want to learn how to finance your film, make your film, and then sell it and distribute it, this is where you need to be. It's the ultimate resource for putting your movie together. If you want to make your dream come true, you're going to want to check it out. Also hit like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. We put up new free content every week.